Hello everyone, so I'm just going to share what I found on how to remove those elements on a Casio watch as an example. So all YouTube tutorials show that you have to follow the arrows and remove pins, though this Casio vintage A700, or I guess any similar model, don't have those pins, and they're not expensive. So this watch costs I think 30-40 bucks new. I got it as a gift, so yeah, but I really like it. It's very slim. I measured before, it's at 6 millimeters and everything. But on how to remove joints first, I mean, look, I have a very, very, very small wrist. So if I were to put this down and lock it, first, you can see I have lots and lots of space left. And also, apart from that, maybe you can see it, there are quite a lot of elements right here that are unneeded and that you'll be carrying around for months or even years, and which I really don't want to. So I set my my wristband to the right length, and I actually saved it with a little bit of scotch tape, I guess you call it. So I placed the scotch tape here, here, and so I know that for my regular wearing I would have to set the slider all the way to the back. And how to remove the slider, so you just lift this thing up, move it along to right here in my case, place it so the element stops right there, and then just flip it back over. Sometimes it's really difficult to push it back in, so this one wouldn't, and so don't be afraid. Just use a small flathead screwdriver. Place it below and just wrench it, not wrench it down, how do you call it? I don't know, just like, push it down. And it works. And so this is the normal setting, and as you can see, these are all the joints that I will usually not need. I already removed one as a test, and yes, it is destructive, it is non-reversible, and I'm not a watch expert, I'm just showing you what I did and how it worked. And it worked for me, so yeah, for all those people out here, I just want to help. Alright, so this is my usual watch setting, and because I'm planning on doing some sports in the following decades, and hope to increase my wrist size, I'll just add 3 or 4 bands for security. Actually, I go with 4. Nah, with 4. Okay, so I'll cut right here. And the first thing to do is you need a side cutter. You only need a side cutter and some pliers. At least this is what worked for me. Okay, so these are my regular settings, and from here I'm going down 3 elements. Am I? Yeah. I'm going down 4 elements. I can easily remove another one. So I made sure this is the 4th element that I would want to go to, and then I take my side cutter and I place it right in between. I don't want to cut the metal. I don't know if you can see it. I want to cut right in between. I want to get rid of that joint. And so if you press firmly, what you realize is you cannot cut the stainless steel, like even with the highest forces that you apply to. I mean, maybe you can, but it is unreasonable. So you will not be able to cut it. What you will be able is to split those things apart. I don't know if you can see it. Now I have split those elements, or the thing that keeps them in between. Here you can see the line, maybe also it got bent already, and interestingly it doesn't flex anymore at that point, and that's okay, because we're going to remove this joint too. As you can see, and like regularly, and with your watch, the last element is empty, so this thing will be taken out too. So we don't care about those aesthetics. And with your side cutter, just place the flat edge towards the direction of your watch, so you do not damage the last element. You want to keep it nice and clean. All right, so I just press a few times to make sure that this thing is nicely separated. And next I'm going to take the pliers, and I'm going to get a firm grip on the side that I do not like, and I'm trying to hold it down tightly. So, well, wow, tightly. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm just trying to rip this thing apart. I know it's disgusting, but what I'm trying to do is like flex it towards the sides by holding the last element. So I'm holding this and I'm just trying to flex it and to make it break. Yes, I'm going to break it. As said, this is destructive and non-reversible. And if you really not feel like doing it, remember it's a $40 watch in my case. And I think my wristband is not going to grow that many joints in my life anyways. So I'm trying to break this, and at some point you should be able to just, yeah, it looks super disgusting already. Come on. Actually, you know what? Just flex it a little. Maybe help again with those side cutters. And you won't be able to cut it. I'm telling you already, those joints are solid. They're like really, really solid. Okay, try again. Just flex it a little. And actually maybe turn it towards the sides too, so it will break. What you want it to do is to break. Yeah, sure. Watch is crying. Okay, so this is how to do it. I just realized. Put the side cutters in, take the pliers, and turn it. Alright, so these are the elements that you will never ever be able to put back, I guess. And so this is what you're gonna be left with. And as you see this last joint, we're going to remove this too because it's gonna be nasty. You really don't want this. So take your side cutters again. Yeah. And then just try and go from one corner and try to remove it as carefully as possible. Actually, you know what, using the pliers to hold it tightly is a good idea. And just try to get it out of there. And there you go. That's out. And this is my new watch. Oh, okay, fuck. So, be careful. Actually, be careful. Just make sure with your pliers that you're not going to damage the stainless steel by pressing on it too firmly. As you can see, there are already scratches. Honestly, I do not care as much as some of you might do. For my use case, this is totally fine. So I'm never going to see this element anyways, because it's hidden under your waistband anyway. But now it does not hurt. So this does not hurt. You cannot feel it. It's smooth and everything. And I'm just going to remove the scotch tape. Well, I made sure I just use it as a keeper, so when I slide the guide, that I know where I'm going to put it back onto. And yeah, so now if you're going to put on the watch back again, this is what it could look like. See? No more elements going all the way around here, so this is much more comfortable. And also as a note, because those elements are missing, you do not have as much pressure on here, so it might be possible that you have to like move this in one step closer. And just like as my personal recommendation, leave 2, 3, maybe 4 elements as a reserve, so if you're ever going to change it, you know how to do it. Thank you very much. I'm not into views or everything. You don't even need to like or do anything. I just wanted to share what I found, and I hope this worked for you. And I said the tools you need are side cutter, pliers, and maybe if you want to reset your rail, just take a flathead screwdriver. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.